Welcome to our detailed comparison of Linux Mint Cinnamon, Mate, and Xfce. If you're a Linux user or thinking of trying Linux Mint, you've probably wondered how these three desktop environments compare, especially when it comes to RAM consumption. Today we're putting them to the test, so let's dive in. First, let's talk about the setup. Each of these desktops was used on the same hardware with a fresh ISO of Linux Mint. No additional tweaks or customizations were made to ensure a fair comparison. We'll break this down into three key tests. Idle RAM consumption right after boot. RAM consumption after opening a few commonly used applications. Final RAM usage after closing all those applications. Test 1. Idle RAM consumption. Starting with Cinnamon, which is often considered the flagship desktop environment of Linux Mint, the idle RAM usage is here in front of you. It's known for its modern and sleek look, so this level of RAM usage wasn't surprising. Next up, Mate. As a lightweight and slightly more traditional desktop, it came in at this much of MB on idle. This is lower than Cinnamon, as expected, due to its more minimalistic design and fewer background processes. Finally, Xfce, the champion of lightweight environments. On idle, it only used this much of MB, proving yet again why it's a favorite for older hardware and systems with limited resources. Test 2. RAM usage after opening applications. Now, let's see what happens when we start multitasking. For this test, I opened a web browser, a text editor, a file manager, and a media player apps that most users frequently rely on. Cinnamon's RAM usage jumped to this much of MB, reflecting its modern visual effects and features that demand more resources. It handled the load smoothly, but the usage was noticeably higher. Mate was next, and its RAM usage increased to this much of MB. It performed well, maintaining a balance between responsiveness and resource efficiency. And then Xfce. True to its reputation, even with these applications running, its RAM consumption only reached to this MB, showing why it's a go-to choice for users who want to maximize system performance. Test 3. Final RAM usage after closing applications. Now, for the final test. I closed all the applications to see how well each desktop environment released memory back to the system. Cinnamon's final RAM usage settled at this MB, slightly higher than its idle state, likely due to cached processes. Mate returned to this MB, coming much closer to its original idle consumption, which is impressive. And Xfce. It closed the gap perfectly, ending at this MB, matching or even dipping slightly below its initial idle usage. Conclusion. So, what's the takeaway here? Each of these desktop environments has its strengths. Cinnamon offers a polished and feature-rich experience, but it demands more resources. Mate is a great middle ground lighter than Cinnamon, yet still very functional and customizable. And Xfce? It's the king of lightweight desktops, ideal for older systems or anyone prioritizing RAM efficiency. When choosing between these, consider your hardware and usage needs. If you have a modern system and want all the bells and whistles, go for Cinnamon. If you want something lighter yet versatile, Mate is a solid pick. And if you're on a resource-constrained system or prefer simplicity, Xfce is the way to go. Let us know in the comments which desktop environment you prefer and why. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Linux comparisons and tips. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.